SKIL's added a few more brushless tools to their lineup. Let's find out what they are. SKIL has released 10 new brushless tools into their lineup, 5 of which are on the 12-volt platform and the other 5 are on the 20-volt platform. Now, there's some commonness between the 12 volts and the 20 volts as far as battery technology and charger technology. We'll go over that. And then we're also going to detail each one of these tools. And here's the cool thing. None of these tools come as a bare tool. And I'm telling you, the prices are cheap enough. I don't think you're going to be worried about it. So we're going to cover all that in the details of each tool. Then we'll come back and wrap this thing up. But let's go ahead and get started. One of the really cool things about these new SKIL tools is none of them come as a bare tool. They all come as a kit. So all the tools we'll be talking about come in a kit form, and we'll give you prices on a kit form. Now, there's a few common things about them, so we'll kind of cover that right now, and that is the batteries and the chargers. Obviously, we're going to have some 12-volt and 20-volt tools. Other than that, we're going to have 20-volt 2-amp-hour batteries and the SKIL Power Jump charger, and the 12-volt 2-amp-hour batteries and the 12-volt Power Jump chargers. Now, the Power Jump chargers, what they will do, they will actually charge a battery from 0% to 25% in just 5 minutes. So what that means is if you have a battery that's gone dead and you need to finish up a job, you can slam it in the charger, get a drink of your favorite beverage, and 5 minutes later be able to run the rest of those screws in, up to 100 screws, if we're talking impact drivers and drills. Anyway, so it will charge those batteries really fast. Not only that, these are great chargers and batteries. They have fans built in them, so they're keeping the cells cool. And speaking of cool cells, now these batteries are not only great batteries, but they also have some pretty cool technology built into here. In fact, we'll take one of these apart here. We'll take this 20 volt here apart. And built into these batteries, and we may not be able to see all of this, but basically they have each one of these cells. So you can see we have 6 different cells into this 20 volt battery. And each one of these cells are wrapped with some technology, with some wrapping that keeps these cells cool and cooler even during discharge and charging, which will give you up to 25% more runtime and up to 2 times the battery life. So more charging cycles over the life of the battery, and that's both in the 20 volt and the 12 volt batteries. Also in each one of these batteries, we get a USB type A port built right into the battery. So we can charge our portable devices, our phones, what have you, right there from the battery. No need to have some type of device you have to actually plug the battery into. Plug your USB cable right there into the battery and be able to charge your phones or personal devices, whatever it is you need to charge. First up is the SKIL 12-volt brushless half-inch drill driver. Obviously on the 12-volt platform here, so we have a 12-volt 2-amp-hour battery. We have the PowerCore 12-volt charger that we just went over with the Power Jump system that's going to charge that up to 25% from 0 in right about 5 minutes. Now on this, since this is the drill driver, it's not the hammer drill. This has 17 different torque settings for screwing fasteners and being able to set depths and things like that. We get a half-inch chuck. Now this does have a plastic ring on it. It seems to be pretty solid. We get 2 speeds here, digital brushless motor, and we also, on top of the 17 different torque settings, we can lock that out in drill mode and then drill, and it's not going to go into that clutch setting either. Let's get a feel for the clutch. So it is a mechanical clutch. It's not a digital clutch. So that's great. Variable speed trigger. And we get an LED light here on the base that's shining up towards wherever we're drilling or fastening. Now this is going to give us up to 350 inch-pounds of torque, and this is $69.99 for the kit with the 2-amp-hour battery and the charger. It's available now, and you get a 5-year warranty. Now let's get a weight and size on this. Size on this height-wise, you're looking at under 9 inches, like 8 7/8 of an inch, and tip to tail 6.5 inches. And weight on this, 2 pounds, 8.5 ounces with the battery. So very light tool at under 3 pounds. And next up we have the hammer drill driver. Looks remarkably the same. In fact, let's go ahead and get a weight on this. And we'll see if they weigh the same. So 2 pounds, 10.5 ounces, a little bit heavier. Obviously we have the hammer mode in there, so that probably adds up to something. But still sub 3 pounds, less than 3 pounds for the tool and the battery. Looks like height and length are going to be about the same. Yeah, just under 9 inches and tip to tail right at 6.5. A little bit longer, just a touch longer than the non-hammer drill mode. And you'll notice here we have a ring here. It's not only typical clutch setting. So on the clutch setting, we still get 17 different clutch settings for driving. But that doesn't lock it out. What we actually lock out with is we can go into screw mode, which is going to engage that torque setting. Or we can go into drill mode, which is going to lock that out. And then in the hammer drill mode, which is going to activate those 27,000 impacts per minute. Hammer drill mode is going to give us 25,500 impacts per minute in high, and in low, it's going to get up to 6,750 impacts per minute. Speeds are going to be 0 to 450 RPM in low and 1,700 RPM in high. And again, we can vary that with the variable speed trigger. And then we get an LED light here on the base. Price on this is $99 for the kit, which comes with the tool, the 2 amp hour battery, and the charger, and you get a 5-year warranty as well. And the model on this is the HD 6290A-10 for the kit. Next up, we have the impact driver, and the model number on this is the ID 6744A-10. Has a digital brushless motor up to 1,500 inch-pounds of torque, and it has 3 speeds or power modes. So we can actually set 3 different speeds, have a variable speed trigger, so 1, 2, and 3 speeds. And we also have control mode, which is actually going to enable us to kind of come in like a torque setting almost, that when you're driving drill tip screws or self-tapping screws, it's not going to cam those out or even strip those fasteners when going into thin metal. So it really helps out on controlling when you're driving those self-tapping screws. One of the really cool things about this is we get that halo effect on this light, which is going to give us light surrounding that fastener. And we get a no-load speed on speed 1 of 1,450 RPM, speed 2 at 2,100 RPM, and speed 3 at 2,900 RPM. And again, we can vary that with the variable speed trigger as well. And then we get impact rates of 1,450 in low, 3,000 in second speed or speed 2, and in 3 we're going to get up to 3,600 impacts per minute. Now weight on this one with the 2 amp hour battery. Again, sub 3 pounds, just over 2.5 pounds, 2 pounds, 9.5 ounces with the 2 amp hour battery. So very handy and very light tool. And size on this is under 9 inches, looks like 8 3/4 of an inch, and then lengthwise less than 5 inches long from tip to tail. We also get one-handed bit insertion, so we don't have to pull that ring back to insert the bit. Just push the bit in, it locks. Probably have to use 2 hands to release because you have to pull the ring and then pull the bit out. But again, for inserting bits, you just push it in and it locks that into place. This is available now and $79.99. Again, the model number is the ID 6744A-10. You get a 5-year warranty, and you get the impact driver, the 2 amp hour battery, and the charger. Then last up on the 12-volt tools is the SKIL 12-volt brushless 3/8 inch impact wrench. This is the IW6744A-10. We get a digital brushless motor. We get that halo LED light once again, and we have the ability to set like a 10-minute window on that work light, so we can use that as a work light if we need to. We get 3 different speed modes on this, as well as we have our variable speed trigger to control this. In speed 1, we're looking at 1,700 RPM. In speed 2, we're going to get 2,200 RPM. And in speed 3, up to 2,500 RPM, and that's up to 3,400 impacts per minute. We get 125 foot-pounds of tightening torque and up to 200 foot-pounds of bolt removal or loosening torque. Now, size on this tool, we're still under 9 inches, about 8 7/8 of an inch. Tip to tail, less than 5 inches again. And then I'm sure we're going to be under 3 pounds or right at 3 pounds with this tool. A little bit heavier being an impact wrench, so we have some weight up here on this anvil. And with the 2 amp hour battery, 2 pounds 9 ounces. So we're still just over 2.5 pounds for the tool and the battery. Now you can get this now. Price on this is $99 for the kit, and it comes with a 2 amp hour battery and the charger, and you get that 5-year warranty. But wait, there's more. One more 12 volt tool we need to talk about. This is what SKIL is calling their 12 volt brushless compact detail sander. This is a really cool looking little sander. Can't wait to actually use this. Comes as a kit, as you see it, with the 2 amp hour battery and the charger. The model number on this is the SR6608A-10. Has a really cool removable canister here that actually catches all the particulate, and it's filtered. So you can see you can pull this off right here and empty all your trash. Put this back on, and let me just show you. So we have a little port right here and a little port right here with little O-rings on it that keeps it nice and sealed, where it's actually creating a vacuum to pull that through the bottom of this pad, through these ports that are in the holes here in the pad. And we have a hook and loop base here, so we can hook up sandpaper, which comes in a kit. So we get sandpaper as well. Get a simple on-off switch right there. And we get up to 12,000 oscillations per minute, so 12,000 OPM. And just like the others, this is available now, and price on this is $99 for the 12 volt 2 amp hour battery and the 12 volt charger. And you get a 5-year warranty with this. You get the sander, the 2 amp hour battery, the charger, 80 grit sandpaper, 120 grit sandpaper, 180 grit sandpaper, and 240 grit sandpaper, and that's 10 of each of these. So that rounds out our 12 volt side. Now we have the SKIL 20 volt brushless 1/2 inch compact drill driver. Now just like on the 12 volt, we get 17 different clutch settings for driving screws, and then we can also lock that out in drill mode to be able to drill without that clutch engaging. 1/2 inch chuck here. Looks like a plastic ring on the outside, but nice and solid feel and movement here. Not crunchy whatsoever. We get a variable speed trigger, and we also get a 2-speed gearbox as well. Digital brushless motor, and then we get an LED light bar that lights things up very well. Running on the 2 amp hour 20 volt system. Up to 450 inch-pounds of torque. And the light bar not only lights up for 10 seconds when we let off the trigger and it shines the light up there in the work area. We can also set this on a work light mode where that light will stay on for 10 minutes, just lighting up whatever we need to illuminate. Now this is available now for $99, comes with a 5-year warranty, and you get the drill driver, the 2 amp hour battery, and the charger all in the kit. Let's get a weight on this one. So now, remember this, we're stepping up to 20 volt tools now. So with the 2 amp hour 20 volt battery and the tool, still just over 3 pounds. So 3 pounds, 1/2 ounce for the drill driver and the battery. Now size on this, looks like 9 3/8 of an inch tall and about 6.5 inches long. Now model on the compact drill driver was the DL6293B-10. And next up, we have the 20 volt brushless 1/2 inch hammer drill. So pretty much all the things great that we got in the compact drill driver, we get in the hammer drill, except now we have hammer drill capability as well. And just like in the 12 volt, we can set that torque setting when we have it in screw mode, but also we don't have to mess with that torque setting ring there. If we want to go into drill mode, we just click that there. And then if we want to go into hammer drill mode, we click the ring there. And again, we can leave this torque setting alone because that locks that out once we go into drill mode or hammer drill mode. We still get a variable speed trigger. We get the same 450 inch-pounds of force, 27,000 impacts per minute, variable speed trigger, and we get that light bar again that we can also use as a work light that will last for up to 10 minutes if we want it to. In high, we get up to 1,800 RPM and up to 27,000 impacts per minute, and again, that full 450 inch-pounds of force. Weight maybe a little more than the drill driver. What was that? 3 pounds, half an ounce on the drill driver. So let's see what the hammer drill weighs in at with the same 2 amp hour battery. So a couple ounces heavier. So 3 pounds, 2 ounces for the hammer drill and the 2 amp hour battery. Height wise, we're still at just over about 9.5 inches. And length is just over about 6 3/4 of an inch. And you can get this now for $129 for the kit that comes with a 2 amp hour battery, the hammer drill, and the charger, and you get that 5-year warranty as well. Next up is the impact driver, and this is the model number ID 6739B-10. Comes with the digital brushless motor. We get that halo light just like we saw in the 12-volt impact wrench. So now we get that halo light that's going to surround that fastener wherever we're working. We get the 1/4 inch hex collet, and this is going to allow us to have that one-handed bit insertion. We will have to use 2 hands to release because we have to pull the ring and pull the bit out, but we do have the one-handed bit insertion. We get up to 3 different power modes. There's actually 4 different modes. We get 3 different power modes, and then we get a 4th control mode. This again is going to aid us in driving screws without camming those out or without stripping them. We get a variable speed trigger, and this is available now for $99 for the kit with a 2 amp hour battery and the charger, and you get the 5-year warranty on this impact driver. And let's get a weight on this impact wrench. With the 2 amp hour battery, 3 pounds, 1.5 ounces. So still barely over 3 pounds for the tool and the battery. Size on this, I think they're all about the same. Yeah, just about 9.5 inches tall. Still right at 5 inches long from the front of the collet to the back of the tool. And again, just over 3 pounds. Now we just have 2 more tools. One of them being the 3/8 20-volt brushless impact wrench. This is running on the 20-volt platform, and the model number on this is the IW6739B-10. We get a 3/8 inch friction ring anvil here on the front. We get the halo LED light that can also be a work light and run for up to 10 minutes. We get a variable speed trigger, and then we actually get 2 different drive modes as well as a control mode that actually slows way down and actually stops the tool once it recognizes that it's loosened. So if you're running off lug nuts, things like that, it will stop the tool once it recognizes that the lug is loosened. Power-wise, you're getting 170 foot-pounds of tightening force and up to 220 foot-pounds of bolt removal torque. So in reverse, we're getting up to 220 foot-pounds. We'll be sure to test that very soon. Impact IPMs are up to 3,950 IPM and up to 2,850 RPM in high. And again, we have that variable speed trigger to control that. This is available for $129 for the kit with the 2 amp hour battery, the tool, the impact wrench, and the charger, and it is available now. We'll go ahead and get a weight on this one. 3 pounds, 1 ounce, so still just over 3 pounds for that impact wrench with that 3/8 anvil. And again, size on this is right at 9.5 inches, a little less than 9.5 inches tall in front of the anvil, the back of the tool, less than 5 inches. So very compact impact wrench. Can't wait to test this one out. And last on the 20-volt list is the SKIL 4.5 inch compact circular saw. So yes, running on the 20-volt platform. It even has a dust port here if you want to. It has this adapter that goes right in here, and you can hook up a dust extractor. We can bevel up to 45 degrees. we can cut up to 1.5 inches, so that's 2x4 thickness with the saw at a 90 and up to 1 inch at a 45-degree bevel. So at a 45-degree bevel, we can cut 1 inch ply, 3/4 inch ply, no problem at all. You just won't be able to bevel cut any 2x material, but your 1x is not going to be a problem at all. We also get a rip fence with this and the 24 tooth carbide tipped saw blade, 4.5 inch saw blade. And model number on this is the CR 5435B-10. You get a digital brushless motor. We have a trigger style power button basically. So all we have to do is slide the trigger lock one way or the other, so it's ambidextrous. It sticks out both sides. Push that to one side, pull the trigger, and it's just an on-off trigger. We're not getting variable speed. We don't need that on a saw. We just need full power. So pull that. It's going to activate the saw and then obviously release. We can also adjust the depth right here with this thumb screw and be able to adjust that where we need it, or we can just leave it all the way down for that full 1.5 inch depth of cut at a 90. We even get an LED light right there on the front that should illuminate right where our sight line is. And let's get a weight on this saw. We'll get the saw and the blade. 4 pounds, 10 ounces. So very light saw. And length on this is just about 17 inches long from the front of the saw to the back of the battery. You get the saw, the 2 amp hour 20 volt battery, the 4.5 inch blade, the rip fence, the dust port or the dust extractor port, and the charger for $129. Get a 5-year warranty, and this is available now. So at prices from $69 up to $129, that's some really good deals on these tools, especially the fact that you're getting great technology in batteries, in chargers, as well as a 5-year warranty, and you're getting power to boot and some awesome halo LED lights as well. We can't wait to get these impact tools on our test rig and find out how strong they actually are. We'll have links in the description for each one of these tools, so be sure to check it out. Also, if you don't mind, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, did you hate our video? Then give us a thumbs down. But would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day and keep smiling.